Hello, and thank you for joining me on my journey on Entropia Universe. I've been playing Entropia Universe off and on for 3 or 4 years now. Um, Nothing serious, just small deposits here and there, mostly free to play things, hunting small creatures. And now I'm ready to see if I can make this work. And by make this work, I mean what everyone wants to do on Entropia Universe, earn ped. So, this is my first goal. I want to earn 100 ped. Um, I won't be starting from scratch. I have an already established character. Nothing crazy. My skills are relatively low. My bankroll is relatively low, and I just have a few basic vehicles and tools and things to help me along. But here's the rules for the exercise. I'm going to use 250 ped and see how long it takes me to earn 100 ped on top of that, so make it to 350 ped. As you can see, I have more than 250 ped on my ped card, but I will be tracking all of my earnings when I'm doing this activity, and all of my buys and sells and everything else. And so what I have to use for this is just the 250 ped. I will be using all of the tools that I have, a refiner, vehicles, things like that, weapons, but any costs that I incur will of course be factored into this. So let's get to it. How do I plan on doing this? Trading mostly. I want to earn the majority of my ped through trading, buying low, selling high, mostly trading, interplanetary trading, so picking up items on planets where they're cheap, taking them to planets that have more uses for them, or where they're just more valuable, and completing trades that way so that I can earn ped. That's the first way. The next way is going to be through missions. As you can see, this is one of my favorite free-to-play missions. This is the one on Monria in Desk 9. The reward for completing this mission, which is just a small hunt, is 2 ped of universal ammo. You can stack that with a blueprint mission where you will always get another 20 pec worth of blueprints that can be sold to the trade terminal, and then every other time you do it, there's another 10 pec on top of that of blueprints you'll get. So this is one of my favorites, but a lot of the planets have these. Most notably, Arcadia Moon has the most famous one. Used to get 2 ped of universal ammo just for running around. Now there's a short hunting session on top of that, but it's still a great mission for free-to-play and low depot players, and anyone really. There's also Rocktropia, which has a good one. It rewards 2 ped card that you sell to the trade terminal and get 2 ped, and on top of that it rewards 1 ped in ammunition. So that one gives a total of 3 ped, but it does take longer to complete and requires more hunting than the previous 2 mentioned. And then there's the Next Island daily missions. Next Island has some really great ones. They're a little bit heavier in the hunting, but they reward oil, which you can sell it at the trade terminal, or you can use it in your vehicles, but there are multiple of them. So if you're really into hunting and you want to do more hunting than just a quick daily, you can go to Next Island, and there's a bunch of them there. Throughout the series, I'll be covering some of these missions, my thoughts on them. approximately how much it costs to complete each of them and the reward that you would get for doing so, and how that stacks up. But all of these missions are really good. The bonus that you get at the end of the mission helps to mitigate any losses that you take while hunting, so that most of the time while you do these you can end up net positive. So that's going to be another method. I will be doing these daily missions as I travel throughout the universe, and hopefully end up with some pet off of that. I'll also be anything that I pick up off the ground, fruits, stones, also oil. I don't visit most of the oil rigs, but I do visit Rocktropia, and while I'm on Rocktropia, I will run those oil rigs. I found those to be great for new players. The oil spawns rather frequently, and there's not a ton of competition, so you can often go in there and pick up 10, 15, 20 peck worth of oil without too much effort. And so I will be doing that oil rig whenever I'm on Rocktropia. And then those are the main methods. Of course, if there's any other ways that I discover along the way to kind of make some ped, or if I learn anything from any of you, I am more than willing to add those into my routine to try and get some ped. I'll probably be doing some sweating, but not a ton. I don't want this to be a sweat to 100 ped, and so yeah, just a little bit of sweating, not much though. Here in the mission, I wanted to do it with the trade terminal weapons, but I kept dying, so I switched that out for the Barbarella. And at the end, of course, I'll track how much I spent completing the mission, what the reward was. The missions that reward universal ammo, because those can't be traded to the trade terminal, I will go ahead and just trade those to myself for ped. So this mission rewards 2 ped in universal ammo. I'm not going to keep the universal ammo for this experiment. I'm just going to count that as 2 ped and take that out of my ped card, and it's going to go into the sheet as 2 ped. Like I mentioned before, that I have more than just the 250 ped that's going to be used for this experiment, and so the rest of that is going to be for hunting on my own time, when I'm not specifically trying to further this experiment for my own sanity and to keep things interesting. I'll do hunts with the other resources that I have, but that will be completely separate from anything that I do for here, and everything that I record will just be based off of that 250 ped. So I'm just finishing up the mission here, going in to turn it in. As you can see, we get the 2 ped of universal ammo, and then run over to the terminal to check on the numbers. Unfortunately, in the guaranteed to make profit mission, I actually took a loss this time. So on day 1, we're going to be starting just under 250 ped. I'll be putting those numbers up right here. But I look forward to taking this journey, and I hope to hear from you guys in the comments. What's worked for you? How have you been making ped? How have you been advancing your character? I'd love to hear it, and I hope I can see you guys next time, and you'll join me to see how this goes. Thanks.